Hi everyone, welcome to yet another video from DataStream Academy. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about how you can schedule and learn for a Microsoft certification. So we have been talking about Microsoft certification everywhere, right? So let us see what are the certification Microsoft provide and how you can schedule an exam, how you can learn an exam, and what are the things which is provided by Microsoft for free, right? So once you go to learn.microsoft.com, in credentials, you will be landing into this page. Once you click on this browse credential, you would be able to see all the certifications which Microsoft is providing. So it is not just Azure, right? You can see all these things on even for Excel, GitHub, all the product and services which Microsoft provide, they have certification. You would be able to see that. So you can filter that based on like what do you want. In today's thing, which I am going to cover is Microsoft Fabric Data Engineer Associate Certification, which you can see. So this is Fabric Analytic Engineer DP600, and this is Fabric Data Engineer Associate DP700. You also have other Fabric certification. So this is where it's your credential page. You will be able to see all the certification based on role, level, right? All these things you would be able to filter the data. Now, without wasting much time, let us move on to scheduling an exam for the Fabric Data Engineer Associate, right? So now I'm here in the Fabric Certified Data Engineer Associate. You can see like what level, right? If you are writing this exam, what level of knowledge you should have in that particular technology. This says intermediate, and what product it's Fabric, right? Role is data engineer and subject is data engineering, and this is last updated on April 21st. That means that the thing is like when they talk about certification, right, the syllabus would change, the content would change. So this is the last changed on um, April 21st. So why does this matter? Like if you are learning some courses from Udemy, Coursera or some sites, right? You got to make sure that the site, the trainer has updated the content after this date. Then only you will be getting the latest information for that particular certification exam. So here you have like prepare for the exam, practice for the exam, take the exam. So we'll go by by one, right? Prepare for the exam. So unlike other portal, right, you get like what needs to be learned, like what is the syllabus, right, what it is covered. You can learn everything from Microsoft, but the only thing is like it is more of a document driven. So let us spend some time to understand that more in detail. So now so first Microsoft is stating like what scaled upon this completion of this course, right? And you'll also getting, okay, I'll show you that in the next page. So ingesting data with Microsoft Fabric, you are going to learn that. Implementing a lakehouse in Microsoft Fabric, you will learn that. Implementing real-time intelligence in Fabric, implementing a data warehouse Fabric, and managing the environment Microsoft Fabric. These are the skills which you will earn once you complete the course, and if you are going for jobs and all, once you get the certification, these are the skill which indirectly you are showcasing to the world. Okay, so now how do we do that? You can see all these courses, right? 7 hours, 7 hours, 5 hours, 5 hours. So once you complete all these courses, you all the topics which you are going to get questions on this exam is based on this. I'm not going detailed about it because this is an overview. I have taken this as an example, and we will have a separate video which I'll be primarily focusing only on Fabric Data Engineer, and I have already break down that into different content. We'll also be taking you how we can learn that and crack the exam with by following the Microsoft portal, right? So now once you click on continue courses, you will land into this page, right? Then here in my case I have completed some of the modules already, but if you click in the learning path, you will be redirected into this thing. And Microsoft also give you some learning points which you can see on the right corner. See, I'm in this level 8 with this much point, and every time when you complete this many points will get added to your learning profile. So that shows you like how much spend you are spending on this learning. You can see everything, and you can get into that particular topic. Will be going that into detail, right? So once you click on introduction, I'm just showing one of it. So the document will so once you go through, you can click on complete and it will be completing. So basically this is for us to learn that and keep moving. Okay, so I'm coming back to our previous page. Well, like now hope you got an idea how you can prepare the exam using Microsoft Portal, right? So you can go to that website, right? Go deep dive into it, right? And like learn, and you'll also be getting questions in some of the modules. This was introductory, that's why you didn't have questions, but also be questions, and you'll also have a sandbox environment where you can prepare for particular area, like suppose you wanted to do some co-piloting. I'm not sure do we have that here, but you will have a sandbox environment. Yeah, you can see module assessment, summary, and sandbox also will be sandbox also will be there, where you can create that for a particular time. That means like couple of hours or so, you can spin up a sandbox completely for free, and you can try out what you have learned, right? Then you can try out that and learn these things. I don't see that. Yeah, review this. No. Okay, we'll see maybe in the upcoming videos when we really deep dive into this learning portal. I'll show how the sandbox works. So prepare exam is helping you to learn what you have to do. Now let us go into the practice exam. So this is the practice assessment. So what is practice assessment? You have learned all these and you don't know how the questions should come, right? When you take this practice exam, right, this will take you through the like 50 60, yeah, exam DP 700, right, implementing the data engineering solution. So how the questions will come, you will get more familiarized with how these questions would be when you go and write these exams in the center or at home. If you write the exam, how does it look like? So you will be experiencing that when you keep answering these questions. You can also take this exam before you deep dive into this learning portal, so that like you will be able to assess yourself how good you are in that technology, and you can act accordingly, right? So hope that was clear for you, and like how these two options are helping you, right? One is like preparing for exam and practice. So these are the two areas you should definitely cover. Even if you are using another third party tools or something to learn, maybe Udemy or any other course portal to learn, I would always recommend you to come to prepare exam to understand that all the areas are covered, and also practice for exam to try once, so that like you know all the areas which you learned are aligned with what Microsoft is looking for, right? So now we are going to go for take exam. Take exam is nothing but helping you to schedule an exam, right? So here in your case, you can choose which country you are from. I'm selecting India. Schedule exam. Generally, you have two ways where you can schedule an exam, right? So I'm giving my address and I'm clicking on submit. So you have two ways. One is like you can do it from your home or a designated location. These are the two ways. So once after you providing the information, you will be coming into the window where it says that how do you want to take the exam, in person with test center and on view with online. So you can do it so online is like you can do it at home, but here the risk or the responsibility relies on you. Like you have to like go through couple of like validations. One, you need to like there is an application to be downloaded in your machine that check your internet speed and stability, because there will be video recording for all these 2 hours of exam, and as well as like somebody would be monitoring like your movement, and you should be connecting this to an external monitor, and your space should be clean and neat. So and if something goes wrong in between also, like you have to take all the responsibility. But if you think that you don't have any center nearby, you can take it. I have taken exams online and the experience was good. But you have to go through some process and you have to take the responsibility. So in case of in person at center, all you have to do is like you have to carry two ID cards, Aadhaar driving or whatever, two ID cards, and you have to have this exam information, and you should make sure that you are there at the exam center at least 15 to 30 minutes prior to the time, so that the center people will be taking the copy and validating the user, and they will be doing the necessary arrangement for you to attend the exam, right? So yeah, in person, I'm choosing in person. So they are saying the same thing, like you have to, you are not allowed to take you can take mobile phone, everything, but before you enter into the exam hall, they will take and keep everything into the locker, and you also have to carry the ID card. So once you click on next, right, you can choose which language you wanted to have this exam. So I'm choosing English. So I have selected, okay, DP700 implementing, and it also mentioned price. And talking about price, like if some organization may get 100% vouchers. Recently we had this AI skill event. If you have already attended and completed the challenge, you may have got a free voucher. In the payment window, you have option to enter that, or like you might get 50 percentage offer for some of these partner organizations. Using the organization email ID, you will be able to claim that, right? You can DM me, or you can reach out to me in LinkedIn if you need some directions on getting the offers related to the certification vouchers. So now we can see this price. I'm going to next screen. So we're yeah, so the candidate currently have an open registration for the exam. New registration cannot be created. So the reason is like I already have a DP 700, the same examination scheduled, so that I'm not able to show you. But if, when you go to the next screen, you will be taking that into a page where you got to choose a sender, which is yeah, that conflict was unfortunate. So what I did is like I went back and created another. I'm trying to create a certification for ASET 400, right? DevOps solutions. So now when I have yeah, this was the same previous page which we have seen. I've selected the language, and I'm going into next. I've selected in. So have you read this agreement, Microsoft agreement? Yes, yes, yes. I did all that, right? This was a page which was not showing previously because I already took it. Now this is like it is saying like what is the admission policy. You have to have digital signature, photograph, all these things. But as I initially mentioned, you have to have these documents handy, right? So now we are into a fine test center page. So what I have said, I said like I am going to take this exam from a center. Now I need to choose like where I wanted to go and attend this exam, right? Keep this in mind. I haven't paid anything at. I have given my information. I choose like which exam I wanted to take. I've already selected those information. Now I'm saying that I'm going to find a center in Thiruvananthapuram or Trivandrum. Okay, I think we have to give Trivandrum. If this is also, yeah, this is giving me some locations, right? So what are the centers which is near to Trivandrum? So in our case, like we are not going to schedule this, but there are centers in Trivandrum. This is like again these are not accurate. So the best way, like if you are doing it from your location, use current location option. That is more accurate in my case, which usually help me to get the nearest centers in general, right? Now I think something wrong with this location. So I'm taking this which is in Kochi. It is not that near to me, but I'm selecting this just for your learning purpose. Then I have to click next. So now you have selected where it has to be, and you can also select like one or two to see like you have a timing, right, where you when you wanted to travel and attend the exam, right? According to that, you can select up to 2 centers at a time and choose the right time. So now you can see these things. So whichever is seeing this disabled, right? You don't have availability on those dates. And if I'm seeing that, okay, I wanted to try this for 9th, I got to select a time again on top of that. Now I have selected the date 9th. Now I can see that, like, explore more times. I can see all these times available. There are no times available until 9 o'clock, but I have time available from 9:15 to 1 p.m. And if you click here, you can see all the schedules. Like every 50 minutes you can schedule. You can select like whatever the schedule you want, right? Then you go for book appointment. Okay, so this will take us to this final page where which we have to make the payment. I don't make the payment, but I will show you until where it can go. So you can, and before 24 hours of this exam, you still have an option to change your appointment in case like you have some emergencies and all these things, right? You have that flexibility to do that. So it is allowing us to validate like what is this exam, like when is this appointment. You can validate the date, price, and like where you're going to write the exam. And you can also see some additional product which Microsoft is in addition to scheduling, so you might be interested. So this is an additional thing. You don't need to purchase it. Microsoft test powered by measure of 30 days online class, right? Because they know that, okay, you are going to write this exam. They wanted to give you an offer like some online classes which is paid, right? So that is there, and you have this contact information, and I'm getting a discount which is because of this some courses which I have completed. So I'm going to proceed checkout. So all I have to pay is like 2,800. That is what I said, like I can remove this, and if I have a voucher, I can add a voucher which will give me, maybe if I have 100% thing, or I can keep that 50%. So there are many way where like you will be able to get these offers from Microsoft. That, as I mentioned earlier, like please reach out to me if you need some directions on top of that. Okay, so now you can provide like what method you wanted to go with, provide your card information, right? Provide your information, everything, and you have to make the payment. I'm not going to do that, and your card should be international enabled, I believe. So you can check that. So mine is already enabled. So that is all about scheduling an exam, right? So you will be making the payment. And I also wanted to quickly show one more thing, which is like how an exam schedule would look like once you go and sit into a center, or once you're going to write an exam, right? How does it look like? I'll be taking you to that screen in a minute. I am back to the same DP700 exam page. So if you scroll down, we talked about practice test and everything, but there is something called exam sandbox. So experience demo. Experience the look and feel of an exam before taking it. You will be able to interact with different question types, and same as a user interface you will be able to use during. So I'm giving you direction. I'm not planning to give the entire demo. So if you click this sandbox, right, this sandbox is going to take you through the steps how you are going to write an exam when you like go into the center, or when you are planning to take it online, right? Because now you learned how you can learn, how you can practice the test, how you can schedule an exam. You are done. Now first you will be getting a page like this, and you can see on the right corner, keep this in mind, your timer would be going. And this is a validation page, like Microsoft is telling you to like for like agree on the policies. You click on I agree, and you can also change the color theme into dark and all these things. So session time it is 8 hours. Don't worry about all that. It is exam time and total number of questions. This is the template which you will be seeing. Okay, do you have a case study? So case study is nothing but like you will be having a scenario which you would be answering according to that. So case studies would be there or not, like there is lab thing, right? So all these are in general, but based on your exam which you are taking, these things will change. Maybe number of questions would change, case studies will change, labs will change, right? And once you click on next, you will see like a welcome message and like unscheduled breaks and everything, right? All this information you will be seeing, and you can click on next. However, we are going to write the exam, so there is nothing which you have to decline. So then you get those information and you click on start exam. It started. You have seen that 8 hours and the timer started running, right? So this is the first, this sandbox demo exam is designed to help you, blah blah blah. So click on next. You start seeing the questions, right? So this is what you got to understand. Exam question details, exam progress, take a break, calculate color scheme and all. So this will be slightly different for exams, but keep this in mind. Like there is a question, I'm not even reading the question. I'm clicking bird, and I can click on review answer. So once the, what is the benefit of this review answer, right? Like you can come back and edit this answer later on, like if you think that, okay, I'm not sure which is this answer, right? So you can choose one of it and come back and edit that. We'll learn that. I'm choosing this two. I didn't review that, right? So these are like drag and drop kind of questions, right? Yeah, sorry, I have to drag and drop here. Like if you have multiple choices or mapping these things, right? These are the two things. I'm like leaving this to review, clicking on next. I have 11 questions. I think I'll quickly take you through these questions. So this is like you are giving an order, right? Our goal is not to pass the exam but to experience the exam. So I'll only show you if there are like different area. Here is the sample question. Scroll down, right? Review letter. So you don't want to answer this, right? I'm clicking on next. Yeah, another type of question is like you will get a drop down where you will be selecting like what type it will come based on these questions. You can do that. You can experience all this, however. So I just wanted to show you in case like you're lazy to go into that sandbox and try it. You can see what are the different types of questions will come. Like here, it's kind of interactive. You know, like which are the options you need to select, right? It's like what they are testing is like, okay, you have experience, right? You have seen this place, that is why you are not able to recognize that windows. That is what Microsoft is like making you to do by having those interactions. So I think 8 questions. You can also see these questions with multiple tabs where you would be having this question. Yeah, first you have to go through the questions, but you'll also be going through all these things. So what you have to keep in mind is like make sure that you are checking for tabs. Also keep an eye on reminder. And some cases, this for the last case study, right? You will be seeing like you look like all the questions are finished and case study will come after that. You can see here, right? So some I have noticed like some people may be like completing this 11 question and assuming it is completed, and people spend more time on this review part, and finally we will end up with no time for case study, right? So I don't want, yeah, now you will see 11 of 11, but keep this in mind. You have case studies still pending, right? You can see this progress bar toggled. Yeah, so next. Yeah, now you have 4 review, right? 4 review questions. You know, these are my 4 review questions. You can review them. You can review and you can validate it and correct those answer, right? That's one way. You can uncheck it so that like you know that, okay, you reviewed this question based on this, and you can directly exit this review mode. That's one way, so that like you completed this. I think you, whatever you marked as review, right? It is, you have to complete it. That is important, so that like you know you haven't missed anything, right? You can click on finish selection. You can end this exam. So ending is not finishing everything. You are into the case study. As I said, case studies after your exam, always keep that in mind. So if you see that you have a case study, you should always be like making use of that time. Like your time should be divided between these standard questions and case studies. I'm going through those next. Okay. There is one unanswered. I'm not going to answer that, but keep this in mind, there is no negative mark in this exam. So however, if you know or not, you should always spend time to answer that question, right or wrong. You might have like one question might change your world, so just keep that in mind. So this is that last area where this is like you have to do a hands-on. Yeah, this is the lab area, so you can watch this video and take the action accordingly. I'm not sure you were able to hear that, but keep these are the three things. Labs are generally there would be for this expert level exams, generally case studies and like multiple choice options, and in multiple also like mapping and different types which I have seen, right? These are the things which you would be experiencing. So once you like go next, you can finish this exam, right? They'll say your exam is completed and you can exit it. In my case, I didn't answer, that's why this pop-up and everything is coming, right? So hope this is clear. The few things which you have to keep in mind: always review when needed, and as well as like make sure that you are completing that. And also it is an like automatically validated, so you will be seeing this certification, because what is the minimum score and what is your score, and you'll also get the certificate in email, right? So once this is done, you will be getting the certificate in email, but you will come to know. And if it is from a center, they will also be helping you to print this out, and they will give you this exam sheet in your hand, which you will have a photo on the right as well, I believe. Yeah, so that is all about how you can like experience this thing, and it is available, everything is available when you go and like go to this exam schedule. For you can learn, you can practice the exam, you can write the test, right? Hope this video is helpful for you to get a high level idea of how a Microsoft certification look like. And this is not that complex. If you refer this and watch, if you are a video driven person, there are many videos available in YouTube to learn these technologies and test it. And always keep in mind, like grab the offers of like free certifications, getting 50% discount and all these things while writing the exam. Okay, all right, so that's all for today. Hope this video is helpful for you to schedule and apply for the Microsoft certifications. Thank you. Have a good rest of the day.